How NBA athletes get their jersey numbers. What's in a number? For NBA athletes, a lot. From Michael Jordan's iconic 23 to LeBron James's 6, the number on a player's jersey holds a special significance. But have you ever wondered how NBA athletes choose their jersey numbers? Are they assigned randomly, or is there a deeper meaning behind them? In this video, we'll take a deep dive into the world of NBA jersey numbers and uncover the stories behind some of the most iconic numbers in the league. From personal connections to superstitions, we'll discover how some of the biggest names in the game, like Kobe Bryant, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Stephen Curry, got their jersey numbers. So if you're ready to learn the secrets behind the numbers, stick around and get ready for an inside look at the world of NBA jersey numbers. In the NBA, players typically choose their own jersey number, as long as it is between 0 and 99 and not already in use by another player on their team. However, there may be some cases where a team assigns a player a specific number, such as when a player joins a new team and their desired number is already taken. Additionally, some teams may have retired certain numbers and they cannot be worn by any player on the team. Is it possible for a player to join the NBA with the number 69? No, the number 69 has never been used by a player in the National Basketball Association. The National Basketball Association, NBA, decided to prohibit the use of the number 69 due to the sexual overtones associated with it. NBA players have the ability to submit a request for a certain jersey number. However, the NBA must first provide its approval. The first NBA player to wear the number 69 on his jersey was Dennis Rodman, who did so at the player's request. It occurred in 2000 when Rodman made the switch to play for the Dallas Mavericks. When Mark Cuban found out that Rodman would be joining his squad, he became quite enthusiastic. Even when Dennis Rodman asked him to wear number 69, he was willing to comply with his request. However, after reviewing Rodman's request, David Stern decided not to grant it. Why? Because Stern thought there were bad connotations associated with the number 69. Because of this, Dennis Rodman played in the NBA while wearing the number 70. It is very uncommon for an NBA player to express interest in having the number 69, since there has never been a player in the league to do so. Even if the NBA does not prohibit it, most NBA players would still feel ashamed to be seen wearing the number 69 jersey, even if the league did allow it. I'm quite sure you're already aware of the reasons behind that. You are familiar with that chuckle, aren't you? Do three-digit numbers have any place in the NBA? No. The National Basketball Association NBA does not permit players to wear jersey numbers with 3 digits on them. On their shirts, athletes are only permitted to have 2 digits written down. A player in the NBA is permitted to wear the number 00 on his jersey. However, 000 is not allowed. He is free to choose any number between 00 and 99, with the exception of the number 69. The numbers that appear on NBA players' jerseys are selected by the player themselves. The vast majority of them decide on a figure that will stick in their minds. If I were to play in the NBA, I'd want the number 7, since the number 7 has a lot of meaning to me. Do NBA players get to pick their own jersey numbers? Yes. The numbers that appear on NBA players' jerseys are selected by the player themselves. They have the option of picking any number between 00 and 99, with the exception of 69 due to a few problematic reasons. NBA players will wear the number that is significant to them personally or that has some other association with them. If one of their teammates has already selected that number, then they will need to choose a different one. In addition, if the number that they choose is one that has been retired, they are needed to get the permission from the veteran player who wore the retired jersey in the past. Are NBA players allowed to swap numbers on their jerseys? Yes. The NBA players are permitted to swap the numbers on their jerseys. During the off-season, they are allowed to alter the numbers that is on their jersey. In the National Basketball Association, NBA, players typically do not alter the number that appear on their jerseys. However, if someone requests a change, the NBA must first give their approval. It is very unusual for a player in the NBA to request a change in their number that is shown on his jersey. One of the NBA players, Kobe Bryant, reportedly approached his team and requested a change in his jersey number. What happens to a player's number when it is retired from the NBA? If a player in the NBA chooses to leave the league, switch teams, or retires while wearing the same jersey number, no one else will ever be able to wear that number again unless they give their permission. To put it another way, if an NBA player wishes to wear the number of a jersey that has been retired by the franchise, they have to get the consent of the senior player who wore that number before it was retired. On the other hand, this scenario plays out very seldom in the NBA, since there are very few guys in the league who either have a large ego or lack the courage to ask their club whether they may wear the jersey number of a seasoned player. It would be the same as showing disrespect to the veteran who previously wore that jersey number. Take for instance, the number that Michael Jordan wore on his jersey. The number 23 jersey belonged to Jordan, who was the most talented player on the Chicago Bulls team. If you are not at his level of skill, you should not seek Michael Jordan for permission to wear his jersey, since doing so would be disrespectful. What takes place when an NBA team removes all of its jersey numbers from active use? Have you ever given any thought to what may take place if an NBA club decided to retire all of its jersey numbers? Do you agree that it's about time that they change the maximum number to consist of 3 digits? If the NBA is still in existence after 100 years, the jersey numbers will simply be reused even if the league's teams have retired all of their uniforms. Nevertheless, a wide variety of outcomes are possible. They may decide to sell the whole franchise and start from over with a new squad. There is a wide range of outcomes that might take place. Having said that, it's conceivable that this won't be attainable. There aren't many players in the NBA deserving of having their jersey numbers retired. It's the equivalent of 1 NBA player out of 10. It's true that any player in the NBA can hold their own. However, there are hardly many players who have earned the right to have their jersey number retired. The numbers on NBA jerseys are not assigned according to position. The positions of players on the floor have no bearing on the numbers that are shown on their NBA jerseys. The majority of NBA clubs have many players on their roster that play the same position. These players purposefully choose to wear numbers that are near to one another so that referees may easily distinguish between them on the court. The National Basketball Association does not mandate any certain number of uniforms for players to wear based on their position. You'll find that certain guards are only able to wear 40 or higher, while others may wear anything from 0 to 25. Everything depends on the position that their jersey has on the roster of their respective squad. Attendees at NBA games are not required to adhere to any regulations regarding the numbers they wear. What was the significance of Michael Jordan's number 23 jersey? The influence of Michael Jordan's older brother, Larry, led to the selection of the number 23 as his signature uniform number. Before Jordan joined the varsity basketball team, his older brother, Larry, had already established himself there. The number 45 was worn by Larry Jordan. When Michael Jordan joined the squad, he decided to wear the number 23, which is the same as his brother's number, but only half of it. Throughout his whole career as a basketball player, Jordan wore the same number. That concludes our look into the fascinating world of how NBA athletes get their jersey numbers. We hope you enjoyed learning about the stories and the meanings behind some of the most iconic numbers in the league. From personal connections to superstitions, it's clear that the numbers on the NBA players' jerseys hold a special significance. It's a reminder of the players' journey, their accomplishments, and their legacy. We hope you found this video informative and interesting. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe for more content on the world of basketball and other sports.